welcome back to Billy Mac Makes. Today I'm going to show you that I took the plunge and I ordered a tool from Banggood. Actually, I ordered a couple tools from Banggood. I know a lot of people might be saying, why are you ordering one of those knockoff tools? Well, I guess I wanted to see for myself if it was decent. Could it do the job of one of those far more expensive tools? I guess we'll find out in a couple seconds. I will say there are some really great videos out there. Dennis over on Hooked on Wood, I think he's done almost 20 different videos on what he calls his China tool series, and it really takes a look at Banggood and the different offerings that they have. Some of them he recommends, some of them he doesn't. And then there's another guy, Jody, over at Inspire Woodcraft. He's also done some really good videos comparing, doing like a head-to-head woodpecker tools versus something he got from Banggood. However, these were definitely purchased with my own money. So let's take a peek, get in here, and see what I have. Now I have ordered a couple different tools, and this one is my 851. This one, little mini, like a saddle tee. There's this one. So my knockoff woodpecker 851. This one was $30 US or 39 Canadian. This one was only 13 US dollars or about 16 Canadian, so really inexpensive when you compare. This is 90 US dollars if you were to buy this similarly named 851 from Woodpecker. Now, I mean, you look at it and you can tell that it's not made nearly as well as the Woodpecker square, but what is a square supposed to do? Give you a perfect 90-degree angle. Spending more money isn't going to make something squarer. If it is already square, it's square. So we'll test this. I have some pretty good Machinist squares, so we can do a comparison and make sure that it's drawing a square line. And then this is something that can help you just lay out some simple guidelines, anything if you're going to be doing some mortises and you wanted to know where those lines were. If transferring around the edge, do you see how this is perfectly coplanar? So you can transfer a layout line down the board and onto that edge, which can be really handy when you're cutting something. I find even using my miter sled on the table saw, where I really want to know on the edge of my board where that line comes around. What's also interesting about this 851 is that it has metric markings on one side and then it has the imperial on the other. And like somebody who's bilingual, I don't know, I feel like in Canada we use both inches and millimeters kind of interchangeably, so I feel like I'm pretty good with both. And I actually don't mind having both scales available on this one tool. But ultimately, it's only a worthwhile expenditure if it actually does what it's supposed to do, which is draw a square line to an edge or let you know if, like, a cabinet you're building has a nice square corner. So let's put it through its paces and check it out. It does have this nice piece in the middle, just like the Woodpecker 851. It's not held together with rivets like that one is, but what that does is it allows it to sit on top of the workpiece and go back and forth. I find that very handy versus one of these squares that wants to flop down. So let's put it on here, snug it up, draw that line. If we turn it around, this is on all sorts of videos, and we draw another line, but we make it just a fraction away, and we compare, and these lines are equally spaced from the top all the way down to the bottom, we can say that's square. Let's check the inside. Put it on. And again, nice equally spaced lines, so pretty good. This is a little square fence that I made for my rudder table when I was making my tails on the sliding dovetails, and I really took care to make sure this thing was at 90 degrees. And if you look, this is at 90 degrees. If I compare it to a light, I am not getting the light coming through there. Pretty great. I use this Machinist square, which I know to be square. It's also telling me a nice 90 degree. I mean, what can you say? For 30 US bucks or 39 Canadian, shipped to me in only 8 days, I'm happy. Got a nice little keyhole. I can hang it, so I'm not dropping it around and banging it too much. I would say not bad. And then this is my little key. So check it out. If I wanted to draw some reference lines across the top, all you have to do is find whatever it is you're looking for in terms of distance away from a reference edge. So if I wanted a line that was 1 inch away, take your little mechanical pencil, put it right in there, and you're going to get that line, and that's going to be 1 inch away. I also have this Incra T-rule. It's a lot longer, but I'll tell you, if I reference this one and put it right in on that 1 inch as well, that is right on top of this 1 inch line. And it does have 1/32 increments as well. And if I do the 1 and 1/32, it is exactly on top of my Incra 1 and 1/32. So it can give you that kind of precision. That's pretty awesome. And plus, let's say I drew a square line and it came right to the edge, and I wanted to transfer that line around. Because we talked about that these are coplanar, I can bring that right up and then just take that line and bring it right around the edge by using the side of this little TS2, a little tiny 2 inch. So it has every measurement you could ever want, right from 1/32 of an inch all the way up to 2, and everything kind of in between in 1/32 increments. So really, for $13 you can't argue with this. So I must say I'm happy. Would I order from Banggood again? I would say I probably would. And don't get me wrong, I'm not a completely cheap woodworker. If there is a tool that you have to spend money because that tool really does something proprietary, like a domino, I'll do it. I have a Festool domino because it is terrific at what it does, and nothing else can do that exact same thing. You can have a biscuit joiner, you can do other things, but that domino, for the repeatability and the accuracy and getting faces and corners to line up, it's amazing. It's worth the money. But to draw a perpendicular line, do you have to spend 150 Canadian dollars? Or for 39 plus some shipping, can you pick up something that will do the exact same thing? It just doesn't draw a better square line if square is square. And so I guess that's the way I'm looking at it. You know, it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. And so I am pretty happy. And not only will I order from Banggood again, I've actually already ordered a set of 4 corner clamps. And I can certainly let you know how those ones work out for me when they arrive. So let me know what you think. Am I crazy for trusting some of my fine measurements to these tools? Should I be spending the crazy money on the woodpecker tools? Or do you think I'll be just fine with this? Leave a comment down below. And if you're interested in seeing my other purchases when they arrive, let me know about that too. Anyhow, thanks for checking out my video. Maybe you'll consider hitting the like and subscribe button, and check back another time. See what else I have coming your way. Take care.